The Pittsburgh Steelers defense is a joke. We're midway through the 2025 season, and what was supposed to be one of the best defenses in the league is now ranked 28th. They're giving up more than 370 total yards per game. That's not just bad. That's unheard of for a team that built its legacy on defense. The Pittsburgh Steelers have always been about toughness. Defense first, defense last, defense always. Fans could always count on them to hit hard, shut teams down, and dominate the trenches. But something's off. The identity this team was built on feels like it's slipping away. And here's the thing. Their offense might be better than their defense now. What the actual hell is going on? So, what happened to the Steelers' defense in 2025? In this video, we're going to rant about the numbers, the breakdowns, the missed tackles, the big money veterans not pulling their weight, and how the coaching staff may be letting it all fall apart. And more importantly, is there still time to turn this thing around, or is it too late? Let me paint you a picture of how far the mighty have fallen. Let's start with the hard truth, the numbers. In 2024, the Steelers had a top 15 defense. In 2025, they're allowing almost 260 passing yards per game, second worst in the league. Rushing defense, about 115 yards per game. That's average, but way down from their top 10 ranking last year. They're giving up about 23 points per game and ranked 25th on third down defense, allowing conversions at nearly 42%. They've only got 22 sacks through 7 games. For a team that led the league in sacks the last 4 seasons, that's a huge drop-off. Interceptions? Just 5 so far. In 2024, they were top 10 in takeaways. Now they're struggling to even get the ball back. And worst of all, teams aren't just scoring on them, they're scoring fast. They're shredding them through the air in chunk plays. This used to be the team that gave quarterbacks nightmares. Now they're handing out free touchdowns. Numbers are one thing, but what's really happening on the field every Sunday? Let's talk about what your eyes see. First is tackling, or the lack of it. The Steelers are near the bottom of the league in missed tackles with 55. You see it every game. Running backs slip through arm tackles. Receivers break free after contact. The fundamentals just aren't there. Defensive coordinator Terrell Austin said, tackling has to improve, but every week it's the same story. And here's the sad thing. This team has talent. They're not empty. They've got big names, and they've spent big money. So if it's not about talent, could the problem be the players they chose to pay? TJ Watt signed a 3-year, $123 million extension this offseason. That's over $40 million a year. He's led the league in sacks 3 of the last 5 years. In 2025, just 4 sacks so far. Cam Hayward is still starting at 36. He reworked his deal to stay, but he's still costing the team over $18 million this year. He's a leader, no doubt, but his impact at the line of scrimmage isn't what it used to be. And the secondary? They took a big gamble on veteran corners. The Steelers signed Darius Slay at age 34 for $10 million. Then they traded for Jalen Ramsey, who's pulling nearly $20 million. On paper, this trio, Ramsey, Slay, and Joey Porter Jr., looked elite. But on the field, Ramsey is giving up over 10 yards per catch and a quarterback rating near 100. Slay's been hurt, and when he's played, he's allowed 15 yards per reception and a 130 passer rating. That's MVP-level production for the other team. But the drop-off in production isn't just a stat sheet problem. It's a physical one. Age doesn't just slow players down, it changes how they play. TJ Watt's first-step explosion used to strike fear into tackles, but now that burst is inconsistent. One misbeat means no sack, no pressure, and often 6 points the other way. Ramsey can no longer shadow elite receivers without help, and when corners lose their top gear, they panic. They grab, they fall behind. And in this league, you don't get second chances. The Steelers seem married to these names, stuck in loyalty, hoping experience makes up for lost athleticism. So what's really behind the collapse? Let's go deeper. It starts with age. This defense is old. Ramsey, Slay, Hayward, all over 30. That's not a problem if you're still producing. But once your speed starts to go, the league doesn't forgive. Watch the tape. Receivers get behind them. Backs bounce outside and no one can catch up. Tight ends feast in the soft middle zones. There's too much space, not enough reaction. And then there's the scheme. Terrell Austin built this defense to be aggressive, physical, and fast. But when your corners can't cover and your safeties can't close, that aggression becomes a weakness. Offenses know how to beat it now. They use motion, quick routes, and drag defenders across the field. And the Steelers can't keep up. Even when they send pressure, it doesn't get home. Only Watt and Herbig have 4 or more sacks. That's not enough, especially when your linebackers are missing tackles and your safeties are late for help. But there are schematic changes that could help. The Steelers don't need to tear it all down. They need to simplify. Run more basic coverages like cover 2 or cover 3. Let defenders play fast without second guessing. Use sub-packages that bring more speed onto the field, like a 3 safety set or a hybrid nickel with an athletic linebacker in space. On third downs, rotate in younger legs and let the vets rest. Use pre-snap disguise to confuse quarterbacks and buy the pass rush in extra half second. None of that requires star players. It just takes coordination. And right now, that's what's missing. We have a defensive coordinator that can't coordinate. And while the defense falls apart, the offense finally finds life. Pittsburgh spent years searching for a quarterback after Big Ben. They tried everything: drafts, trades, different coordinators. In 2025, they got Aaron Rodgers. Yes, he's 41, but he's still sharp. And with DK Metcalf now in black and gold, they've got a legit top receiver. The offense is scoring 25 points per game, up from 22 last year. Their red zone scoring is up to 73% compared to just 48% last season. Rodgers is smart. He's efficient. Metcalf is stretching the field. Jaylen Warren is powering an improved run game behind jumbo packages. Offense isn't the problem, but the timing couldn't be worse because now it's the defense that's dragging the team down. And for the fans, this collapse hits different. This isn't just another bad stretch. This is a team drifting away from its roots. Pittsburgh has always taken pride in defense. For decades, Steelers football meant intimidation. Names like Polamalu, Harrison, and Mean Joe Green weren't just players, they were enforcers. So to see this version of the defense get bullied week after week, that's more than frustrating. It's a culture shock. Fans don't know what they're watching. And worse, neither do the players. And if the Steelers don't fix it soon, what happens then? What if Rodgers keeps this offense humming, but the defense keeps losing shootouts? What if they miss the playoffs again? What if 2025 becomes the year the old identity finally breaks? Then the biggest question comes next. Is Mike Tomlin to blame? He's the longest tenured coach in the NFL. He's a leader, a motivator, a guy players love. He's never had a losing season. But this defense, this isn't just a slump, it's a collapse. The fundamentals are broken. The schemes aren't working. The veterans aren't producing. At some point, the head coach has to answer for that. Does Tomlin still have the answers? Or is it time for new leadership, a true rebuild, and a new defensive identity? The clock is ticking. The last 8 games of 2025 will decide everything. The numbers are bad, the veterans are aging, the tackles are being missed, the culture feels off, but the potential is still there. High-paid stars, a Hall of Fame coach, and an offense that's finally clicking. If they fix the defense, this team can still fight in January. If they don't, they may miss the playoffs, and the Tomlin era might finally reach its end. Think the Steelers can turn it around, or are we witnessing the end of an era? Let us know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, tap the next one showing on your screen now. Hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thanks for watching.